The weave is broken. Those of might and magic are falling. Factions fly to fill the vacuum of power as the spell plague brings destruction across the Forgotten Realms. Two heroes meet in the abandoned ruins of the Sword Coast town of Leylon. Women skilled in sword and sorcery, upon whose shoulders rest the fate of the entire Forgotten Realms.
Wait. Is he talking about us?
I sure hope not, because that sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Oh, gods.
Hello and welcome to Best Left Forgotten, the deliberately uncanon and unofficial Forgotten Realms D&D actual play podcast. My name is Nathan Quadro, and I am your Dungeon Master Reno.
My name is Miriam Feats, and I play Clarrybelle Trollbleeder, the Dwarven Barbarian.
My name is Jess Wolfenthal, and I play Flick Goldkind, the Gnome Druid.
In case you've forgotten, Flick and Clarrybelle became plague-changed as their ore broke apart while they were falling through the portal and imbued them with its strange blue flame. They emerged from the portal in a mysterious dungeon and were approached by a figure that turned out to be a blind and lame ancient green dragon. Sneaking past the dragon and into the halls of an unfamiliar keep, Flick and Clarrybelle discovered that they had arrived at Helm's Hold, the dwelling of Priestess Rahini. Lining up with the other sick petitioners of the priestess, Rahini singled out Flick and investigated the magical ailment now spread from her hand to her arm and shoulder. The duo were taken to Rahini's tower, where they had tea with some talking furniture, and were asked by Rahini to return to the Dread Ring and destroy the Tower of the Red Wizards. Untrusting of Rahini's motives, Flick and Clarrybelle discussed their next move, and Flick revealed that her magical ailment was connected to her homeland. Worried for Flick and looking for answers, the duo decided to make their way to Neverwinter. Let's jump right in. You travel from Helm's Hold up the high road towards Neverwinter. You rest for one evening, allowing you a full, long rest. And as you ride towards Neverwinter, you see the shining jewel of the north. White walls and copper-colored rooftops that seem as if they are reaching out over the cliffside towards the ocean. Several small pieces of broken land are floating above the city and held down with chains. Various pillars of smoke pour from the eastern side of the city, and a thin, well-worn road leads towards a gate that you travel towards. You line up alongside a few other people of various races, genders, ages, heights, shoe sizes, all heading into the city of Neverwinter. You're surprised that the entrance is so small, considering the scope of the city. And Neverwinter has this huge reputation as one of the kind of largest and most key places. You follow through the line. There are a couple of guards standing out the front, well-armored, well-armed, who look very severe. And eventually you head inside. Once you're into this gate, there's several different offshoots. And there's one that's free. The other ones have people going to them. And you move to one, and you enter a small cubicle. And the door closes behind you. And locks.
Is this like confessional?
We are not canonizing. We are not canonizing Christ
Valid.
Jesus into this campaign.
Christ, Jesus.
I don't know. Should we kneel down just in case?
What's in the room? Like anything?
So you're in the room. There's kind of a doorway in front of you, but both of those doors are locked, as well as the door behind you. There's curtains either side. These kind of bright red curtains.
Do we need to get changed or something? I look behind. Is there robes?
I don't know. Is it one of those dream situations where that curtain's going to pull back and there's a stage full of people that are...
You hear this kind of like clicking or clinking of metal together.
Do we know where it's coming from?
It's coming from your right, from behind the curtain, which then goes and opens up. And there's this like metal mechanical bust of a head. It's a bearded head of a human male that seems to be 50, 60 years old. And it kind of and rolls out. So it's just sitting at the edge and it's right next to you. Hello and welcome to Neverwinter. My name is Lord Daggled Neverember, Lord Protect...
Sorry.
Welcome to Duloc. It's
Oh yeah. This has been in the brain for so long.
I love it.
I didn't think we were going to get to it until season 4.
excellent.
I am Lord Daggett Neverember, Lord Protector of Neverwinter, and Open Lord of Waterdeep. We are very excited to have you joining us here. If it's your first time, welcome.
It is my first time.
If it's your second time, welcome.
Oh.
A few things to remind yourself of, just in case you haven't heard. We encourage all citizens to keep away from the chasm. Please remind yourself, stay away from the chasm.
Stay away from the chasm.
Follow all instructions given by guards at risk of imprisonment or death upon failure. Feeling tired? Looking for a refresh? Head to the Moonstone Mask.
I wonder how much it costs to get.
Please enjoy your stay at Neverwinter.
We will, thank you.
Don't hesitate to speak to a guard if you're having some trouble. But if you're looking for trouble, they'll get you.
even get through it.
It was one of those sentences where I was like, oh no, I don't know where this is going. I have no idea where it's going. And it just went.
You found it.
It was perfect.
And the bust slides back, the curtains close, and the door in front of you opens.
I didn't know Lord Neverember was a robot.
Neither did I. I
See?
wonder how he gets to Rahini's tower if he hasn't got
Yeah,
legs.
maybe that's why the mayor has to come with him every time.
He carries him up.
It must be pretty exhausting also, like saying hello to everyone who comes in, or yeah, it would be everyone.
Yeah.
Wow. What a good guy.
Public service at its best.
Let's go.
As you exit, you can hear from one of the little cubicles next to you. Hello, and welcome to Neverwinter.
Wow, it's quick.
My lord isn't. And you continue to walk through.
Yep.
And you follow the path as all of the different cubicle exits converge back into one path. And the door opens, and you enter into this whirling market bazaar. There is these huge smells of food, fruit, spices. There's colors of fabrics and twirling ribbons everywhere. You look up on the skyline and you can see a couple of these huge floating moats of earth with buildings on top of them in the distance that you could head to. You look up and you're not sure what it is. It seems like this giant carriage that's floating in the sky and moving over the city. And you can see, it's a bit difficult to tell from this distance, but it seems like etched onto the side of this carriage is Lord Neverember's face and the words, "Welcome to the new Neverwinter."
Yeah.
As you begin to move through the market, you see lots of people buying and selling anything you could possibly want, but also dotted every 10 to 15 meters is a very stern guard, very heavily weaponed and very heavily armored, who, as you walk past them, glare you down, unsmiling, passive faces. And then you continue to walk. What would you like to do?
Where did you want to go?
I don't know. This is big. This is big.
It's really big. I don't think I've ever been anywhere this big before.
Me either.
I mean, I thought Phandalin was pretty impressive, and this is something else.
Should we maybe try find a place where we're going to stay so we can put our bags down? Like, this is a lot to carry around.
Yeah, I think somewhere to rest, and then we can...
Yeah, then,
Yeah.
what time of day is it?
You've arrived probably 10:30, 11. It's pretty
Oh, wow,
early in
yeah.
the day.
Yeah. Put our stuff down, then figure out what we want to do, come up with a game plan.
If you remember,
There was a place, the moon something.
the Moonstone Mask.
Moonstone Mask.
Bet that's the most expensive place in the city.
I mean, yeah, they
With our-
paid for ads.
With our nun money. How expensive do you reckon these places are going to be?
I have no idea. I mean, we can ask. I
Yeah.
don't have a lot of gold, but I've got a
Neither do
little
I.
bit.
Let's find somewhere and see what we're looking at.
Hello there. Are you okay here? Is there anything I can help you with? And this dwarf, slicked back, black hair, greasy beard, wearing these kind of half moon spectacles, but the glass is kind of red, rosy colored. Is there anything I can do for you, ladies? Please, are you new in town? You look a little bit unsure. Please, let me help you out. And he kind of places his hand upon your back to kind of guide you along.
Perception, I'm not getting pickpocketed right now. 21.
It's a bit uncomfortable that he's touching you, but you don't feel like you're being pickpocketed.
I'm immediately, I don't want him touching me. So I will sidestep and just be like,
Look, I appreciate the kindness, sir. I'm all about hospitality, but you don't go around touching a lady without her permission, and you certainly don't start escorting her anywhere that she hasn't asked to be taken to.
I'm so sorry. Please, it's you're clearly new here. I'm sorry. How can I help you? You're looking for somewhere to stay, somewhere to eat? I can get you all the best deals. Trust me.
Oh, no, we're actually meeting up with some of my family here, so we're good.
Family, fantastic. Where are you from?
Clarrybelle has rolled a 14 insight just to try and get the basic vibe on this guy. What's his angle?
I mean, this man is greasy in body and in mind.
And in soul.
Yeah. But he doesn't seem to be like that bad. Like, he's not going to lure you into an alley and kill you as far as you can see.
And we have recently been in the Dread Ring. Everything sort of seems kind of okay compared to that. Originally from Waterdeep, but a lot of my family just sort of moved up this way, as you can imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Why would you be in Waterdeep when you could be here in New Neverwinter? Could I interest you in a shirt? And he pulls out from underneath.
I heart
Yeah.
an N-E. An N-W, whatever it is.
Yes, that's canon. It's a shirt that has printed upon it, I heart NN, which would be New Neverwinter.
Yeah.
And underneath is, again, the same face of Lord Neverember at the bottom.
Look, I really appreciate it. As you can see, I am one who does love her fashion, but I don't
Absolutely.
think that's my taste.
We're good. Thanks. And I sort of try to move past him.
You drive a hard bargain. How about 4 gold? 4 gold pieces. Do you just keep walking?
Yeah.
Okay, as you keep walking. Okay, if you need anything, call on Wyatt Broadtooth. Where are you going?
I mean, it's earlier in the day, so we might have better luck securing maybe somewhere at an inn now rather than later in the evening.
For
but
sure.
Are we staying tonight, or are we talking to people and then going?
Yeah. How long would it take us to theoretically get back to the Emerald Enclave from here? It was like a half a day or a day or something.
Day and a half?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I feel like even if we decide to go somewhere else, it's probably going to take us more than a day. So it'd be nice to get a, good night's rest for once. We've been on the road for a while.
All right, we'll look for somewhere to stay.
But I'd like to look for cheap but
accommodation, student
not
housing.
like trustworthy, but still probably like a backpackers hostel kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check or an investigation. I don't mind. It's going to be perception, I know, but that's okay.
14.
You look around. Can you roll me a insight check, please, Clarrybelle?
19.
Okay. Look, you're not one for big cities, Clarrybelle,
Yeah.
but you can still see this is a particular area that you're in, and this particular area has lots of inns available, but many of them are overcharging considering the kind of place that you're in.
Yeah.
We need to go downtown.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I have like 20 gold, so
Okay.
um,
That's a lot more than I have.
like
Cool.
we can make it work.
Yeah.
We don't really spend it on much else. So I'm
Yeah.
happy to have like a nice night out maybe, but also if you want to go downtown and find somewhere a little cheaper, we can do that too.
Yeah. I mean, let's go maybe a little bit cheaper.
Okay.
Just because, maybe we find someone willing to heal my arm for money instead of,
I don't think 20 gold's going to cut.
you never
your arm.
know. Maybe they're really generous.
We'll find somewhere cheaper.
I don't want to spend like 20 minutes of the podcast of us just finding an inn. Like,
You walk past this inn, and then this inn, and then this inn. You walk for a little bit as you're kind of moving past the main part of the market. You walk into this alley, and there's half of a sign, and all you can read says, "At low." But it seems like a tavern or an inn or somewhere to stay.
Atlo.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go. I'm sure they're friendly folk.
We can only ask.
We go in.
You enter the inn that you know currently as Atlow. It is possibly the most brown building you've ever been in your entire life. Everything from the tables and chairs to the ground to the rugs to the glasses that the drinks are being poured into is brown.
Yep.
As you walk in, there's like this kind of fine mist or dust that's hovering in the air.
Uh-huh.
And maybe Flick, as a druid, your lungs might be a little bit more sensitive to impurities in the air. You're definitely feeling it.
I think I'm clutching my skirts a little tighter so they don't brush on a surface and get those big dust marks along the
Hello? Is anyone?
Hello? Hello? And somebody kind of pops up from behind the bar. A gnome.
Hi.
Hello?
We're looking for a room to stay the night.
A room? A room for one? A room for two?
2.
Yeah?
A room for two or 2 rooms?
Room for 2.
Room for two. 1 room for 2. Double bed, single bed, 2 singles, bunk beds, up bed, down bed, side to side bed.
How many rooms do you have?
Oh, well, I can move the beds around. We have 3, but that's okay. What's a double bed but 2 single beds pushed together and a blanket thrown on top of them, huh? That's what we say here.
Is it easier for it to be a double bed for your sake?
What
'Cause
is it
we can
right
do
now?
that.
Oh, no, I'm happy to do anything.
I do toss and turn in my sleep a little bit,
Yeah.
so single beds might be better.
2 single beds, fantastic. And what names am I putting those under?
Clarrybelle?
Clarrybelle.
And Flick.
Flick. Fantastic. And then how you be paying for those rooms?
How much do we owe you?
Well, it'll be 1 gold piece per person per night.
Yeah.
We also have continental breakfast. I'm pretty
Is
sure
it complimentary or is it extra charge?
Oh, it's included in your 1 gold piece. But you gotta be up before 7 to get it.
That hotel humor.
And please, it's important, checkout is a 10, okay? Otherwise, we're gonna have all of these issues. Trust me, we have the issues here. Oy vey.
And is there a key so we can lock the room and leave some belongings in there?
Can you roll a persuasion check?
Oh, God.
8.
Oh, please. This is the safest joint in town. Just leave your belongings and there'll be no issues here.
Yeah.
I'll hand the 2 gold over.
Thank you. The gnome takes the money. Fantastic. Let me sort out the 2 single beds. 2 single beds.
And he claps twice.
And you hear as this metal humanoid, 6 feet tall, comes out from the back room and begins to move towards another door, which is near where you are. 2 single beds. 2. Don't mess it up like last time. Can I get you anything to eat, to drink?
Oh, no, we're okay.
You're still in time for our continental lunch.
We only just got in. We'd like to spend some time exploring the
Yeah.
city. What's our room number for when we get back?
Your room number. Well, that's up to you. You can have 1, 2, or 3.
2.
Room 2? Okay, stop setting up room 1. Set up room 2.
You can just move the numbers.
No, that's, well, yeah. Have you
Street smart.
ever thought about working in the hotel business? Was it Flake?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Miss Flake, I'm pretty, here, take my card. And he passes it over to you.
Is it actually a card? Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I take his card.
Okay.
What does it say?
Stefan Goldfinch. Can I point you fine people anywhere? I've been living in Neverwinter my entire life. I've seen from where I was before to where it is now. And let me tell you, just according to Lord Neverember, it's new.
You wouldn't happen to know where the Lord's Alliance is?
The Lord's Alliance? And then you see him looking at the hatches. I'm sorry, there's been a mistake. I apologize. I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know. And he gets out and he hands over your 2 gold pieces. I'm sorry. Okay, Stefan can't be blamed. Hey, Stefan can't be blamed.
I'm sorry. I really don't understand what's
He calls
going
out
on.
over his shoulder. The good sheets. Put the mites away. What I said before, I made a mistake. I'm old. Sometimes my brain doesn't work. Don't leave anything in your room. Okay? Have you been outside? It'll be gone by the time you get back. It'll be so far gone. I'm lucky the beds are still here. He pulls out a key
Thank you.
and into a lockbox. And it's like, look, this is the best I can do, but I got light fingers. I can't promise that I won't end up in there. So
It's okay. I'm so sorry if I just stressed you out, sir. You've been very hospitable.
No. And you're lovely. It's so wonderful to have. The Lord's Alliance! And he's speaking to the entire inn. There's nobody else there.
Yeah.
He's calling out, oh, it's such an honor. Do you mind if we can add that to the marketing here?
Of course.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, because the name doesn't really roll off the tongue for people anymore.
Oh, yeah. What is the full name of this inn?
What do you mean?
It just says at low
Is it Atlow?
outside.
At low? Fix the sign! Rat Hollow.
Oh.
You know, I'm shocked we're not full every night, let me tell you that. But with 2 people from the Lord's Alliance here, look, we're bound to be making all kinds of money.
Yeah.
Goldfinch won't just be a shame upon my family anymore. You know what I mean?
I mean, I know a little something about wanting to impress your family, so I sure hope that we're able to do that for you, Mr. Goldfinch.
That's okay. Clarrybelle.
Close enough, yeah.
Okay. Well, Clarrybelle, Flake, it's such an honor to have you here.
I'm sorry, do you know where the Lord's Alliance
The Lord's
is?
Alliance! I'm sorry, I was so confused. Well, there's a little bit of a complexity here for you.
Oh.
If you're here to meet somebody, then really the top of the Lord's Alliance is Lord Neverwinter.
We don't need to go quite that far.
No, we're just really looking for, their library, I think.
Yeah, we got, inducted in a separate chapter, and we're looking to sort of...
Meet up with the main chapter.
Yeah.
Maybe you could speak to General Hornraven?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't know.
General Hornraven?
Hornraven, General Sabine. Don't say Hornraven, she doesn't like it. She likes to be down low with the kids, you know?
All right. Well, yeah, we'll certainly go looking for the general. Thank you. That's a massive help. We didn't have a name.
Yeah.
Now we...
Do you know where...
Well, what's Clarrybelle? Is that not your name?
Oh, no, I have a name. We didn't have a name to investigate.
do you know where we can find General Sabine?
Oh, look, she could be wandering around anywhere, chopping off some thief's hands, running someone through with a sword, giving me a 1-2, you know what I mean?
Is that what the Lord's Alliance do here in Neverwinter?
I mean, look, General Sabine isn't in the Lord's Alliance, quote unquote. She's just like a contractor for the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got something common then, kind of.
Yeah.
I feel like that's close to what we are.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't cut off a lot of hands,
No.
but, we have been known to start violence in the streets, so it's
We have.
probably...
Oh, well, General Sabine won't really like violence in the streets here, I think that's like a leg or something. I don't know. I can't keep up anymore.
Oh, I like my legs, so maybe we won't do that while we're here. Okay, we'll go look
And they're lovely legs. Legs of the Lord's Alliance.
Well, thank you, sir. That's very kind. Well, we'll be back sometime this evening. Do you do a continental dinner by any chance?
Well, I have to be honest with you. The continental lunch is whatever's left over from the continental breakfast, and the continental dinner is whatever left over from the lunch. Maybe I can order something in, You throw that Lord's Alliance money around, because I'm sure it'll be flowing in soon.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what if I left a gold piece with you and you ordered in some dinner? Maybe we could all sit down together and we could have a meal.
Well, that would be so wonderful. I mean, I have to put on my good clothes.
I'll hand a gold piece over.
We'll probably try and be back around sundown.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see what I can do in that time.
Let's go.
Let's find
Yeah.
the general.
I guess we leave, some of our heavier stuff here.
Yeah, but I think I still have my weaponry and my money with me, for sure.
Great. Where are we going?
To find General Sabine Hornraven.
Yep. Let's head towards the barracks-looking district. I don't know.
All right, we'll go looking.
You probably want to start looking around the wall. The wall.
The wall.
Right, separates us here in the Protector's Enclave from the chasm side.
Oh, cool.
Okay, let's head for the wall.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You begin to head to the wall. As you walk, you begin to hear the sound of drums. Coming from the direction you're walking in.
Okay. It's like a parade on or something?
Can I just look at the people around us and try and get an idea of how they're responding to what's happening?
Certainly. You're looking around and you can see that there is a couple of women with children, and they begin to hold the children close to them and looking around quite fearfully. They're moving them away.
Okay.
As you watch them,
2 soldiers begin to rush past you, drawing their blades, heading towards the wall.
Okay.
I'd like to know what's going on. So I think
Yeah.
Clarrybelle hustles a little bit, not like full sprint, but just like a
As fast as I can go, baby.
Because Clarrybelle can now move faster than Flick. At a level 5, she has 10 more feet of movement than she did at level 4.
Nice.
Leaving Flick in the dust. You begin to sprint towards the wall, following the 2 soldiers. As you run, a couple of other soldiers join kind of the flow towards the wall. Their weapons are also drawn. Are you keeping your weapons away, or are you drawing as well?
I was told not to start violence in the streets, so I don't think I'm drawing unless, like, I see obvious danger that we could help with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my staff is already kind of out as a walking stick as a general rule, so I don't need to draw anything.
Okay. You rush the last 3 to 5 minutes towards the wall, and you can see a number of them beginning to file up this enormous white wall, probably standing at 12 to 14 feet high, and there's a set of stairs that they are rushing up.
Okay.
Are we allowed up
So,
there?
like, I mean, probably technically because we're Lord's Alliance.
That's true.
Are they all wearing some kind of uniform, everyone that's going up there?
They are all wearing armor, and you've noticed that most of them seem to have a Lord's Alliance pin of some kind, but there doesn't seem to be much structure. They're not wearing a uniform. Not everybody is kind of matched up.
Yeah.
I think if Clarrybelle sees that they're all in Lord's Alliance garb of some description, even if it is just the pin, she will start heading up the stairs to see what's going on.
Yeah, I think.
Because I can pull the I'm Lord's Alliance.
And, like, I think the worst that they can do is say,
get down.
no, we don't
Yeah.
need your help, go away.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I will follow Clarrybelle up the stairs, but take the pin out of my own pocket and attach it as I go.
As you rush up, you can hear a gruff, strong, powerful female voice calling across the wall. Prepare your arms. Bring your swords to the front. And you can see a heavily armored black woman who is whipping out an enormous broadsword. Huge. You don't think that either of you would be able to wield it. As half a dozen, maybe more, of these black creatures begin to crawl up on the wall, and they begin to slash out at them as a force. Can you roll initiative, please?
Yes.
It's been a while.
Ooh, that's tasty.
That's okay.
Dirty 20.
7.
Clarrybelle, you are first. As you come up the top of the staircase, immediately this enormous, dark creature that seems to be kind of horse-like, but with 6 legs and a almost formless pseudopod-style head,
Okay.
leaps out in front of you and eyes down you and Flick, because you're 2 of the
Yeah.
last people to come up.
Okay. Clarrybelle immediately rages and will just jump straight in to swing at this creature. That's a 25 to hit.
A 25 will definitely hit.
And okay, so 12 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of fire damage. And then, because she's now level 5, Clarrybelle yells and swings again.
Nice!
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 just hits, yeah.
All right. 14 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of fire damage. And her guardians probably flood sort of around Flick at this moment.
Beautiful. It is now the creature's turn. It finishes climbing over the top, and this, kind of floating slimy head seems to look at you. There are no eyes, but you can tell its attention is on both of you.
Yep.
And it is going to lash out with 3 attacks at you, Clarrybelle.
Okay.
With a natural 20 on the first one.
Yeah, that'll do it.
With a 25 on the second
That
one.
will also do it.
And with a probably won't hit 12 on the last one.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Okay, so you take 30 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my goodness.
As these 2 slime daggers come and shoot out at you. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
26.
That definitely passes. Okay, you are totally fine from the effects. Flick, it is your turn.
Okay, I think first thing we're going to do is we're going to reach my hand into my pocket and I take out my little star map And from it, I burst forth a guiding bolt, which I think is maybe starting to look a little bit more like lightning than it previously did. And that guiding bolt shoots out towards this creature, past this creature. And I sort of give a little, Yeah, from that, I think I hold the star map close to me and the little constellations begin to appear across my body. And I'm going to head into my archer form and a glowing, luminous arrows appear on my back.
Fantastic. Around you, you can see now that there's 6 more. So there's about 12 or so of these creatures that have come up. But there's about 30 of these soldiers who are slashing through, some of them with maces, some of them with swords. They manage to push back one of them that goes and falls onto the other side. And you see one of the guards is flung into the chasm side of this wall. Clarrybelle, it's your turn.
All right. Yeah, I'll just hit again. I imagine an 11 misses.
An 11 does miss.
And a natural 1. Miss both times.
Miss both times. You slash out twice with your mace.
Youch.
And unfortunately, miss completely. The creature is going to make 2 attacks against you again, Clarrybelle, with a 10, which will miss, and an 18.
That just hits.
Beautiful. An 18 hits you. You take 10 points of necrotic damage. Can you make a con save? Thank you.
That's a 10.
A 10 just passes. Okay, it's quite a low DC. And then the creature begins to kind of shift and fade in reality. And then, boom, appears directly in front of you. Flick, you see that this creature is not in front of, it's consumed all around Clarrybelle. Clarrybelle, can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Ooh.
This would be a threat I can see.
Correct.
14.
That just fails. Okay, and you are now consumed by this creature, which means you are restrained.
Ooh.
Cool.
Flick, it's your turn.
That makes things a little difficult. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of hope you can get out of this soon. Yeah, we're gonna cast Thunderwave in this creature's direction.
Yep.
So if I can have a Constitution saving throw from both of you, please.
That's better.
That's a fail.
That's the most pass.
Most pass ever.
Well, not quite the most pass. 1 under the most pass I can do.
Amazing. That is the best I could have hoped for in this situation. Just a moment. That is 5 points of damage to you, Miriam, and 10 points of damage to you, and you are pushed 10 feet away.
Am I pushed with it?
I'm going to say that you are pushed
Yes.
in it, and you slide back 10 feet. When you are thunder waving, which direction are you pushing back? Because
Yeah,
you
am I
are
about
on.
to go over a wall?
Yeah. So you can go into the city side, you can go onto the chasm side, or you can push it into some other people.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go towards the other people because I definitely don't want to go into this chasm.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. But yeah, we are maybe trying to get a little bit more assistance.
Okay. You push it back towards some other people who are at the moment distracted by another one of these creatures. And Clarrybelle,
I get some friends.
you get one friend, and you can hear Flick, less so for you, because once they're in,
Yep.
you go, as they become stuck inside this creature. Flick, you can see the person turn around looking at this creature, and from behind, they are stabbed 3 times by the one that was distracted from them, and they fall to the ground. It appears unconscious at this time, while another 2 of these creatures get pushed back over the wall.
And bonus action, because I just remembered I can do it, hurl a luminous arrow at the one currently holding 2 people.
Yeah,
19,
that does hit.
8 points of radiant damage.
Fantastic. Clarrybelle, you are inside. You have no movement speed and disadvantage on attack rolls and dexterity saving throws.
Can I attempt to break free of the
You
restraint?
can attempt to break 3. A dexterity saving throw to escape, which you have disadvantage on.
Which
You have
would-
advantage on because of
Flat
danger
roll.
sense. Flat roll.
22.
A 22. How would you like to attempt to escape from this creature?
I think Clarrybelle just sort of like sticks her hands forward through the side of the creature and just attempts to like pure force of will, like rip a hole and tumble and sort of like try and just like land on one knee with her more ready to go.
Are we prone landing on one knee? Or
No,
are we
like
not
hero
prone?
stance.
Hero stance. Okay. Okay, you land on your one knee and you've escaped. Flick, you see your companion burst out of this creature. There is a massive slit in the side, and you can see this female soldier looking at you as she's stuck inside as the walls slowly close back in around her. Help me!
Oh gosh.
The creature is going to take 3 attacks at you now that you have escaped.
Yeah.
With a 19 to hit.
Yes.
With a 18 to hit.
Yes.
And with a not hitting.
Cool.
And with a no.
Beautiful. You take 20 points of necrotic damage. Can you make a Constitution saving throw again, please?
That's a natural 20 for a 28.
Fantastic. Okay, you feel yourself powering through what is coming at you here. Balik, it is your turn.
We are going to go ahead and cast a healing word on Clarrybelle
Thank you.
at 3rd level.
Spicy.
That will be 15 points of healing to you. I'm close enough to run up to this creature now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's
Great.
all been happening in kind of like this 10, 15 minutes space.
Amazing.
10, 15 foot space.
Amazing. I'm going to run up close to this creature, and I'm going to extend my staff out towards the lady stuck inside, and I'm going to give her the help action to break free.
Nice. You reach out, and she is going to reach out, grab your stuff, and pull herself out as 4 more of these creatures are pushed back over the wall. Clarrybelle, you're
Yep.
probably not paying that much attention, but even still, having worked with Sildar quite extensively, you can
Yep.
see at the back, this woman who seems to be leading the charge is just cleaving through creatures in
Yep.
front of her almost single-handedly.
Amazing. Gorgeous. You said this thing's looking really, really rough?
Yes.
I'm just going to reckless
Get
and
him.
see if I can get it down.
Make it happen.
Yes. Okay, so that first one definitely hits. 14 points of bludgeoning, 1 point of fire.
Beautiful. As your mace lands, the creature is splat to the ground and destroyed. Luckily, the female soldier escaped thanks to Flick's intervention.
Is there any other creature around? Or are they all over the edge now?
No, there are a couple more either side of you, so you can head towards the leader or head towards the other way.
I'll head closer to the leader because I want her to maybe see me do something cool. But I'll just run up towards another one of these things and make my second attack against another one.
Not a problem.
That's a 18.
18 does hit, yep.
9 points of bludgeoning, 1 point of fire.
Fantastic.
And my ancestral guardians are now just surrounding anyone who is near this one that I'm standing in front of.
Okay, it is this new creature's turn.
It's at advantage now.
It is going to... Oh, yeah. That is such beautiful verbiage.
Go for it.
I'm so excited. I'm going to miss every single one now. 3 attacks at advantage against you.
Yeah.
That first one is going to miss. The second one is going to miss. And the third one is going to miss. That is like some of the worst rolling ever.
You called it.
Oh, wow.
That's the same number each time.
But this one actually has 6 more attack. No.
Untouchable.
Absolutely untouchable.
Can't touch this.
Flick.
Yeah.
You are now standing. Clarrybelle has moved off behind you towards the leader, and you are now sharing staffs with this woman who has just escaped a now dead creature.
Yeah, I'm like, you good? Hang back. And I push in front of her and leave her sort of behind, so hopefully she doesn't get hit.
Sure.
Great. How many of these things are left and how rough do they look?
About 5.
That's a lot.
They look reasonably rough, but there are plenty of you still.
Yeah, great.
If you consider you a part of this larger force.
Why not? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and try that guiding bolt again.
Yeah.
Against, maybe the one that the leader's facing off against. Like she needs the help. Oh, that might work. 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits.
22 points of radiant damage.
Wow. And it lights up like a beacon.
Which is perfect for my bonus action.
Nice.
Hurling a luminous arrow. Oof. A 14 does not hit, does it?
Actually, a 14 does hit.
Yes.
Ooh, that'll be 11 points of radiant damage following that one up.
So your luminous arrow shoots through and slices directly through the middle as it falls apart directly in front of this woman who looks across at you, Flick. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up back.
That's beautiful.
And she spins this enormous broadsword in her hand and slams down onto one of the creatures next to her and slices through it. As in her offhand, she draws another dagger and begins to slam down upon it. She tumbles off the side of the wall down onto the chasm, and you see her pull out her dagger, slam it into the wall to stop herself from falling, as she rips her broadsword and the creature falls down to the chasm side beneath her.
I need a moment.
It's been so long.
Oh my gosh.
Strong female figure.
2 more fly off. So there's currently the one that's in front of Clarrybelle and one that's far to the other end that you probably wouldn't be able to get to around Clarrybelle. It's your turn.
How hurt is the one in front of me?
It's pretty hurt.
Pretty hurt? That's reckless.
Yeah.
Uber bloodied.
Yes, 18 to hit on the first attack. I'll roll the second one. Ooh, and a crit on the second one. First attack, 16 bludgeoning and 2 fire. And then the second attack... Oh, is it already down?
It's already down. Clarrybelle, you're raged. You slam down as the flames lick around your mace, burning this creature. It's already dead, but you slam again with a second attack, sending black ichor splaying all over your face and Flick's face nearby.
I'm kind of looking out the corner of my eye to see if I get a thumbs up as well. And I think it doesn't happen and I'm disappointed.
No, unfortunately, she's already down the side of the wall. As around you, these creatures are sent back to where they came from, and you can see the ones that are still alive but thrown over the other side of the wall. They begin to go and rush off. For the first time, you're looking out over the other side of the wall, and you can see a kilometers wide chasm inside the city walls. And this whole area is completely desolate. Buildings that were once there have crumbled around. As this woman who leads the charge begins to climb up using daggers as pittons and pulls herself up over the wall. You are out of initiative order. What would you like to do?
Amazing. Can I go back and check on that poor woman who got pulled out of the...
Not a problem. You go back to head to see her. She has another one of her companions with her who is currently calming her down. She seems to be much calmer.
Great, that's fine. I will then join Clarrybelle.
I'm gonna flick the worst of the gunk off my maul, sort of still have it in hand because I want to look cool, and walk over to this woman and just sort of, General Sabine?
It is I.
Yeah.
Why is it that you have come to speak to General Sabine?
Just gonna speak in third person.
Yes, it is I, General Sabine.
My name is Clarrybelle Trollbleeder, and this is my companion Flick Goldkind. We are cloaks of the Lord's Alliance, inducted by Sildar Hallwinter, and we have come
To ask for aid.
and perhaps get some answers as to some of the strange happenings that have been going on in the Neverwinter woods.
And provide our own answers, therefore.
She pulls a cloth from her belt and wipes her face to remove the gunk and then throws it off onto the chasm side. I was familiar with Sildar Hallwinter. She was a good friend. Any friend of Sildar's is a friend of mine.
I don't know if you've heard or not, and I'm sorry if I'm the one to break the news, but she did pass some short time ago.
Sabine steps back.
Oh, God.
She grabs somebody next to her and she rips their helmet off, slams it into the ground, completely breaking it, and kicks it over the chasm wall. It was a terrible loss.
It was.
Yeah.
We were there when she died, and she died gloriously, and she died defending this great land on which we live.
As has always been the case. How is it that I can offer you aid?
Well, we're hoping, I don't know if the Lord's Alliance has access to any libraries or research we could look into, but we believe we have a lead as to something that may be worsening the situation in the Neverwinter Wood. And we're hoping through some research and perhaps further aid from the Lord's Alliance be able to halt its progress or at least slow it down.
I find this very interesting. But this is hardly the space for a conversation. Shall we walk and talk?
Of course.
That is my favorite two things to do in tandem.
She turns to her soldiers. Clean up here. And begins to walk back into the town.
We follow.
Yeah.
I understand that you are seeking knowledge. What have you discovered in the Neverwinter Wood that you are hoping will be solved by your research?
You heard of the Red Wizards of Thay?
She spits on the ground.
So yes.
I am familiar with this scum.
Well, we found a door that led to the Dread Ring, which is like their
The base of operations.
And we kind of infiltrated it a little bit and met this scary lady who threw us off a tower and then found a portal to
Back here.
And yeah, we think that if we destroy this tower, then that will halt their progress, at least for a while.
It's making some of the bad things happening in the wood worse, that they're doing whatever it is that they're doing.
Firstly, I feel like I need to say I'm very impressed that you were thrown off a tower and yet are somehow still here. I'm sure that is a story for another time.
It involves a giant bat and a minecart.
Yep.
That is certainly a story for another time. But secondly, it is interesting that you say there is problems growing in the Neverwinter Wood. I have noticed on my patrols of the wall that creatures from the wood are coming across into the chasm. I have not been able to spare the men to investigate, but if you believe that this door that you have found would allow us entry and potentially a way to stop the flow, I would be able to send some soldiers on your way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take all the help we can get. We were definitely in over our heads the first time we went in, hence the being thrown off the tower and saved by bats and minecarts situation.
What are your plans?
Well, there's a slight further complication, which you don't have to worry about too much. But suffice to say, we'd like to do a little bit of research first. I find myself in a situation where potentially I'm looking for a healer of some kind, and we're just trying to figure out if that's something that needs doing before we go on this mission.
Are you still sleeveless?
Here's the thing. I've got the wrap over
you've got
it.
my shawl over it. Yeah.
But I think it's definitely like a crochet kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
it
anyone
is.
who looks closely would be able to see.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone's generally doing that.
Mm-hmm. If you are seeking healing, have you spoken to Priestess Rahini?
We have. She was unable to help us at that particular moment.
She is a very busy woman. Perhaps if you are looking for knowledge, you could head to, funnily enough, the House of Knowledge here.
Oh.
It is a temple, I believe. I do not frequent it. I believe that there are a handful of gods that are worshipped there. Orma, Selûne, all sorts.
Perfect. I was going to ask if there was any temples to Selûne here, so that works out rather well.
So we'll do some research. We're staying at an inn tonight, so we'll rest there, and then maybe is there somewhere we could meet you in the morning and talk about reinforcements?
A
plan. We have also been in communication with the Emerald Enclave in Neverwinter Wood, and perhaps could also use their help as well. Make it a joint effort.
Excellent. Are you saying that the Emerald Enclave are in the wood right now?
They're on the outskirts, yes.
Fantastic.
She pulls out a map that she carries with her and unrolls it.
Yeah, Clarrybelle will point to where they are on the map.
Okay. I will send some men. We will see if we can organize something. If you come and find me at the wall, it is a large space, I'm aware, but you will be able to locate me, I'm sure.
They also had quite a few sick, so if you could maybe spare a healer, I think that would go a great way to convincing them to help you.
I will speak to Lord Neverember and see what I can organize.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rest well. I will see you on the morrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And she walks off.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we just gave her a lot of information.
Yeah, but I think if anyone we can give that information to and not be too worried about their safety.
I think it's just, I looked at her and I saw Sildar
Yeah, I know.
and I just started talking.
She gave me a thumbs up. It was amazing.
Did she? Oh,
Yeah.
that's so good. I mean, I think it's good. I hope it's good. I want to be able to trust someone again.
Me too. I think we've become too untrustworthy, and maybe That's why everything's been going wrong for us. We've been finding people too untrustworthy and trying to keep them safe, whereas maybe having other people that can help us is more important.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's go find out about this darn arm, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
We go to the knowledge place.
The House of Knowledge.
You travel within the Protector's Enclave, and you quickly find the House of Knowledge. The House of Knowledge is not entirely what you thought it was going to be, given Sabine's description.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a tower that kind of curves at the edges and grows wider and then comes into a peak at the top of these beautiful white walls that have completely broken down and are crumbling in several places. You can see, notably you, Flick, several markings of Selûne amongst several other gods, but it does not seem to be in good repair. And you can see through the door, which is no longer attached. So it's just an archway in, that there are several figures kind of moving about, some laying on the floor, some walking.
Yep. So we can see where the city's priorities are.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I think we head on in and see who's in there, I guess.
You enter the House of Knowledge, and all the people look up to stare at you.
Hello.
Hi there.
They look across at each other, and a tall, thin woman walks towards you. Hello. Why have you come here?
We come seeking knowledge.
Knowledge. I see.
We were sent by General Sabine of...
General Sabine. Why has she sent you?
It's a matter of great importance regarding the bad things happening in the Neverwinter Wood.
I see. What knowledge is it that you seek?
Well, I'm looking for some pretty practical answers on the history of the Dread Ring of the Red Wizards and the Dirge of Delzoun.
Everybody in the room kind of gasps. The Dread Ring, the Wizards of theirs. And what is it that you wish to do at this Dread Ring?
Can I get a vibe check?
Oh, sure.
Vibe check.
Vibe check.
I'll do a vibe check.
14.
18.
Super creepy.
Yeah.
Super creepy. There seems to be this
Thank you for
kind
that
of
insight.
almost like a hive mind kind of thing going on. They definitely all seem connected. They are definitely not supposed to be here. You can see several bedrolls set up. You're not super familiar with the concept, but it seems like these people might be squatting in the church.
Right.
I'm sorry to ask, is there a steward or a librarian that
Like a
perhaps
reception.
we could talk to?
We will take you to the Lawmaster in one moment. Are you friends of the Red Wizards?
Nope.
No.
She smiles, a weird, creepy smile, and all around you, everybody else also starts to smile. So that must mean that you are enemies of the Red Wizards.
Well,
We too here despise the wizards, and we would do anything to see their downfall.
cool.
Can we assist? How?
Well, right now, I mean, if there's a lot of books on the Dread Ring, we could just divide and conquer and all do a little study session together.
Yeah.
I see. And how could you help us? And there's all this whispering. Yes, how could they help us? How could they help? There is perhaps a wizard that you may be familiar with, if you know them.
What's their name?
Valindra Shadowmantle.
Okay.
She threw you off a tower.
Yeah, she threw us off the tower.
Sorry, I was just so prepared for her to say Hamoon.
Ghost. Or Sastam.
I mean, if the next thing you're going to ask is if we can kill Valindra for you, that's already in our plans.
Delightful. And they're all smiling, looking at you. We only ask one thing. You see, Valindra has taken something from us. Taken from us.
What is it?
A staff of great power to our... And they kind of look side-eye at each other. Our Lord. We seek to return it to him.
And who is your lord? It might help us identify the item if we know who it belongs to. It might have a name tag on it.
She steps forward right up into your space.
Oh.
And leans down and whispers into your ear, the Lord Asmodeus.
Great! sweet.
Oh, that's nice.
Can you both make a religion check?
Yeah.
4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't Asmodeus one of the 3 gods that was in the cave? The 3
Yes.
statues?
Yes, he was.
Then, thank you. You remember that he was one of the chained gods that you saw in Wave Echo Cave.
Yeah.
The supreme leader of the 9 hells.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we'll certainly look for his staff, and if we can take it off her, we most certainly will.
Yeah.
She steps back to a trapdoor that you didn't yet notice.
Dramatic.
Yep. And she grabs a staff from
I thought you were saying she went into the trapdoor.
No, she
Just
steps back towards it and she grabs the staff. She steps out. The lawmaster is below if you wish to speak to him. And she opens the trapdoor.
You said we needed to start trusting people.
It's like, our lord is the leader of the 9 hells. Makes him fine. It's like supreme devil.
We're definitely rolling inside. I'm sorry.
This seems like a good place to start. Oh, you're stabbing me? You know what? You're my mate. That's all good.
You wanted to roll insight? No, we already rolled insight on them, technically.
Yeah, but now I'm rolling inside on
The trapdoor?
the explicit motive in this moment.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
17. Are we about to get killed?
You don't know if you're about to get
Locked in a
killed,
room.
but you feel like, yes, the lawmaster is below. And as you look around, you notice that the door is being locked off by some of these squatters.
Why do we always end up in these situations?
Yeah, great. I guess we'll head down and see the lore master.
The master of the lore.
And you begin to climb down the ladder. The trapdoor closes above you. As you climb down, you can hear echoing from below you.
What?
And that's where we're going to call the session.
Oh my goodness.
You've been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Best Left Podcast and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page, where we post updates, info, and additional content. Music by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Full song lists and additional artists can be found in the episode description. Cover art by Cattywampus, who can be found on Fiverr. Thanks to Jess Wolfendow, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadrio, our GM and producer. If you enjoyed our podcast today, please leave a review and tell your friends.